Welcome back to Here It Is Rock Docs and Rock Doc Shorts. Today, I'm sharing a personal story that might resonate with some of you metalheads out there. Picture this. It's the mid-'80s and there I am, a teenage guy with long, straight blonde hair down to my shoulders, wearing my battle vest covered in patches of Metallica, Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest. On the surface, I was your typical metal warrior. My friends knew me as the guy who could debate for hours about the technical prowess of Dave Mustaine's guitar work or the vocal range of Rob Halford. But I had a secret, one that would have probably gotten me kicked out of the Headbangers Ball if anyone found out. Late at night, when I was alone in my room, I would quietly slip on my headphones and dive into a completely different musical world. The haunting melodies of Joy Division's Love Will Tear Us Apart would fill my ears. Ian Curtis's deep, mysterious voice spoke to me in a way that was entirely different from Bruce Dickinson's powerful wails. Hey, while I'm sharing my secrets, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with all our Rock Doc content. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. But back to my musical double life. It wasn't just Joy Division. I was absolutely mesmerized by Gary Numan's Cars and the futuristic synthesizer sound that seemed like it came from another planet. Devo's quirky Whip It and their whole de-evolution concept fascinated me. And yes, I'll admit it. I secretly thought Duran Duran's Hungry Like the Wolf was one of the coolest things I'd ever heard. The thing is, the new wave and post-punk scenes were doing something revolutionary. While I loved the raw power of metal, bands like Echo and the Bunnymen were blending psychedelic guitars with post-punk attitude in ways that were mind-blowing. I'd find myself studying the difference between punk's angry rebellion and post-punk's artsy experimentation. Then there were bands like New Order, rising from Joy Division's ashes, who were bridging the gap between post-punk and electronic dance music. Looking back now, I realize how silly it was to keep this secret. Great music is great music, regardless of genre labels. Those new wave and post-punk bands were just as rebellious as any metal band. They just expressed it differently. They were pushing boundaries with synthesizers instead of guitar solos, and their darkness came from introspection rather than aggression. So here's to all the closet new wave fans out there, hiding behind their metal t-shirts. Remember, it's okay to love both Slayer and the Smiths. Music shouldn't be about fitting into one box. It should be about what moves you, what speaks to your soul, whether that's through a wall of distorted guitars or the ethereal sounds of a synthesizer. Those late-night listening sessions helped shape my musical taste into something richer and more diverse than I ever imagined possible. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks again for joining me on Here It Is Rock Docs and Rock Doc Shorts. I hope you're enjoying my story about my musical journey. Peace.